Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Feel-Good Violin Club. I'm Liz, and today I'm going to be just following up about a certain idea that I didn't really feel got enough time and attention in my previous video. So if you haven't seen the previous video, I encourage you to head on over there. It's called the #1 most important practice skill, and in that video I talk about one overarching idea which I think has the greatest significance on our potential as musicians and ultimately as artists. But the last quality in that video, which is self-accountability and self-reflection, I felt just didn't quite get enough of a thorough explaining, and I felt like I left out some details that are important and that were important to me enough that I decided that I wanted to make an additional little video about it. So we're going to dive a little deeper into this self-reflection thing. I was talking about how we all have to ultimately hold ourselves accountable for our playing, because no outside source or person, teacher, mentor is ultimately responsible for turning us into something. Of course, that's our responsibility, and we have to hold ourselves accountable to that. And I think that requires a certain amount of self-reflection. And in the previous video, I talked just briefly, about the need to be able to reflect on your playing and your sound and things like that. But I really think it's much deeper than that, actually, and that's why I wanted to make this video. It's not just about reflecting on how you sound. It's about being able to reflect on your work process and the way that you practice and your whole approach to the instrument. And not only that, but be able to make changes and make decisions and adjustments based off of what you find isn't quite working. That is true self-accountability. And of all of the qualities that I mentioned in the last video, I really think that this is the one that does take some time and experience to develop. Like, if you're a beginner, you probably just don't quite have the knowledge and experience to be able to look back and say, oh, that's not how you do this, or I should be doing it a little more like this or a little more like that. But this is totally something that you can develop, and that's important to develop as you're going through the learning process. So this self-awareness aspect of being able to reflect on yourself with some objectivity and with a critical eye, and make changes, make adjustments, make decisions, and ultimately make your work process and your musicianship your own, that is so valuable. And ultimately, I think that's what takes us from being just players to being artists. Can I say that? Yeah, it's what I think. I think it's really this ability to have some self-awareness, the ability to self-reflect and make this whole process and ultimately what you're creating, to make that your own. So I just wanted to follow up about this point of self-accountability and self-reflection, because I didn't really feel like it got the time of day in the previous video. So thank you if you're watching this video. Thanks for hanging out with me again. Again, if you want to find out more about this overarching skill where self-accountability and self-reflection is really just one component, you can head over to that previous video. The next video is going to be on violin stuff again. It's going to be on tips for violinists for reaching your next plateau. So if you want to find out about that, you can hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. And of course, if you have any reactions about this video, I'd love to hear your thoughts. So you can hit up the comment section, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.